Ciao, Bella. I'm Barbara Zippi, your host for Ciao, Bella Living Italian Style today. And we have some exciting news coming to you from America this time. Usually we've been bringing you news from Abruzzo, but we're going to be featuring the 2024 Athena Delaware County Chamber of Commerce chosen recipient, and that's Peg DeGrassa. Peg is a reporter extraordinaire, editor, journalist, committee member, mom, aunt, friend. She's just wonderful. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we just want to bring you some news to your attention so that maybe you can help us. And one of those ways is right now we're looking for Al Albert's Showcase alumni. So if you know someone who has appeared on Al Albert Showcase as a singer or a dancer or a band member, or if you know someone who was in the audience during the tapings or attended an audition, we're searching for Al Albert Showcase alumni. So drop me an email at ciaobellalivingitalianstyle@gmail.com. And we're putting together some exciting opportunities this fall. So we're looking for you. Another exciting thing to tell you about is Fruit of the Vine. And some of this news is coming to you courtesy of the Delaware Valley Italian American Herald. But Fruit of the Vine is having their first homemade winemaking experience. And, you know, we have a lot of craft beer makers out there, home brewers. And the Italians started this tradition years ago, making homemade wines. And actually, you can make homemade wines through different seasons of the year. This is the spring, which is April, May. Traditionally, this is the grape growing season that starts. And then your winemaking season is in the fall. Well, thanks to now being international, grapes are grown in the southern Americas so that you can have a springtime harvest and you can make springtime wine. So over at Fruit of the Vine, very accessible off of I-95, is the homemade winemaking experience presented by Nick Capelli and Steve Funk. It's going to be Friday, May 16th, and all you have to do is drop Nick an RSVP, and he'll send you all the information. Nick@suburbanfoodservice.com. And if you don't remember to do that, drop me a line at Ciao Bella Living Italian Style, and I'll be happy to forward your information on to Nick. Italy in 2025. So again, in the April issue of the Italian American Herald newspaper, April is the month of Easter is this month. It's a little late in the season, but it's a time of renewal and rejoicing. So in Italy, it's also a big feast throughout the country because solidly there's only one religion there. But of course, there's a multitude of others, but nationally, it's the religion of the nation. So they are celebrating during the entire 2025, the year of the Holy Doors. So if you know of someone planning a trip to Italy in 2025, or you're going yourself, many people land or depart from Rome, and the Holy Doors are located in Rome of the cathedrals. And you can read all about it in the digital version on page 3 of the ItalianAmericanHerald.com. And they'll tell you where to go for that. Also, when you go to these different towns and villages, everybody says, oh, we visit all these churches and all these museums, which are absolutely fabulous. The miracle of the Abruzzo region are by this saint called Santa Gabriele. And he's a very interesting young saint. He died a very young life. He was under 30 years old. And he's a relatively new saint. which was around the 14th, 15th century. But when you visit his shrine in the Abruzzo region, the Santa Gabriella Shrine, you'll see walls and walls and walls of letters and photo testimonials to the miracles, even up to today, that he has been associated with. So when you go, if you're in Abruzzo and you want to go to Santa Gabrielle, the bells of Jackie Onassis are what she funded to be outside of this beautiful holy shrine. And they get millions of visitors a year. So you can read about the story of the surprise of Jackie's bells at the Santa Gabrielle Shrine. And coming up is the Rose Tree Parks Italian Festival, which is sponsored by the Abruzzo Club in Delaware County. And they are very big supporters of Santa Gabrielle in Italy. So with that, it's time to introduce you to Peg DeGrassa. Peg has been a very good friend throughout the years. Actually, we became associated, of course, through the press club years and years ago. And you form relationships that turn into friendships. And actually, in 1994, I hate to say 1994, I received the Athena Award from the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce, which was a surprise and a wonderful recognition. It recognizes women who encourage and help other women in business, and also to cultivate women and their, further in their development. So I had the opportunity to be asked to interview Peg at the Athena Delaware County Chamber of Commerce luncheon, and that's what you're going to see a little bit of here. But you also do things with your partners in crime. You have some very interesting experiences, and your major partner in crime, she's here today, is your daughter Marguerite. Raise your hand, Marguerite, so people know who you are. And Marguerite is definitely her partner in crime. I'd like you to tell us some of the, in addition to having interviews and sit-downs with Miss America, Joe Piscopo, the Jersey Shore Girls, the list is endless, Marie Osmond. You've had a couple sit-downs that were very good, and an experience with your mom and Martha Stewart. Can you give us those little bit of those glimpses into the stories?
Sure. Well, a lot of my stories, I always had to find the Delco connection to it in order to run it in our paper. You can always find it if you talk or look long enough, the Delco connection. But one of them was Martha Stewart. She came to Terrain in Glen Mills. Apparently, she shops there on her way to QVC. So she was promoting cookbooks both times. I think both times were cookbooks. And she came for a meet and greet, and we had the chance to go interview her during her Delco stop. And I was on the way, my mom lived next door to me, and I was on the way, I said, Mom, I'm gonna go meet Martha Stewart. And she goes, oh, bring this book for her to autograph. And it was like this 1985 how to make cupcakes cookbook. I said, Mom, I'm not bringing this cookbook. No, bring it. So I get in the car and I say to Marguerite, I said, I'm not bringing that cookbook that Grandma gave me. I'm gonna look ridiculous to walk into this 1985 cookbook. So we get there and they said, if you wanna get something autographed, you could buy one of these $50 cookbooks. And I looked at Marguerite and said, run out to the car and get your 1985 cupcake cookbook, because I'm not buying this cookbook for $50. So she went and she got it. So when it was our time with Martha goes, oh my gosh, this cookbook. I haven't seen it in so long. This was one of my favorite cookbooks. And she's showing everybody. It was like a hit. And I said, wait till we tell Grandma, she's gonna love this.
Also, there's a very popular TV show, Mayor of Easttown, took off here. And believe me, Peg is involved in everything. But this story, very few people know about. And you did something special for the star of the show.
Well, before she came, they were trying to learn, before the show started shooting here, they were trying to learn everything about Delaware County and the people. I don't like how they described us as frumpy. I take exception to that. But they were trying to find out the dress and everything about Delaware County. So I get a call from the Visitors Bureau, and they said, the voice coach wants to ask who we know that has a really good Delco accent. And can she work with you and record you with your Delco accent? So I'm like, am I insulted or happy about that? But I said, sure, that sounds interesting. So I said, can I write about it? And she said, sure, but not till after we get all done and we're done filming. I said, fair enough. So I went and they recorded, and every time she would turn off the recorder, I'd say, do I sound Dutch? Oh, God, yeah. And I was like, what does that mean? She got me all confused when the thing would start up again. But yeah, so then when we did watch it, we were like all excited. I go, you think I sound like that? So anyway, that was just a funny little side thing.
And it is funny because we do all have accents
Yeah,
all
we do.
over. Coming out of South Philadelphia as a young teenager, I experienced it firsthand. So it is funny that there is a Delco accent. Now, again, in Ridley area where you live, although it happens all over, a very young star who's a major star today was in your backyard, and you all were ignoring her to track down Bradley Cooper in your neighborhood. So tell them about that shoot and who you were tracking down.
Well, just by pure coincidence, when Silver Linings Playbook was filming, it was on my street, on my block. It was my neighbor's house that they formed into Jennifer Lawrence's. So I called up Phil Hearn at the time and said, Phil, I have such an inside glimpse on this film that everybody's talking about. It's on my block. He's running on my front lawn. He said, take the week off and report on it every day. Sounds like a plan. So I was like front and center the whole week. We got to eat in his food truck, in his food tent. We got photos with him. We stalked, really, is the word. We had so much fun reporting on that, and we followed it straight through. We were able to go to the red carpet afterwards when it premiered. We went to Lanark Diner and the pub in Upper Darby to, because they filmed on that end of the county. We milked that to death. But we had a lot of fun with that week, and I did a lot of reporting on it, up close and personal. Yeah. In fact, once again, my mom next door, the story came to my mind. They did 100 scenes, and at the time we didn't know who Jennifer Lawrence even was, because she wasn't in any other big films at that point. We were focused, but Jennifer Lawrence was right in front of our house the whole time too. So my mom comes out on her porch and she's throwing old bread to the birds. I go, Mom, what are you doing? And she said, I'm just getting rid of these hot dog rolls. I said, Mom, they're filming a movie. Bradley Cooper's on your front lawn, and you decide to get rid of your old stale bread.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that little segment. It was really fun hosting Peg and interviewing the reporter who interviews everybody and everything in the region. So I was honored and privileged to do that, and she certainly deserves the Athena. And if the Athena Award is actually an international award given in various states of the United States and also overseas. So if you ever see someone with the Athena recognition, it's always nice to know there's somebody that you could connect with, a multitude of powerful women. We also have a little bit more for you coming from the luncheon, and that's the attendees. We had the best ever. I think there were over 200 people at the luncheon for Peg DeGrassa. And we captured some video thanks to Steve Scalish. We've captured some video testimonials we're going to bring you. But first, there's a couple things I wanted to make note of you, again, out of the Delaware Valley Italian American Herald. So we have an arts and entertainment column every month. that I'm going to just give you a little bit of insight, but ItalianAmericanHerald.com, go to the April issue, and you can find out that on Chaz Parliamentary, A Bronx Tale, is coming to Ovations Hall at the Ocean Casino. And then you have April 11th and 12th, Soundwaves at the Soundwaves Theater at the Hard Rock Cafe in Atlantic City. There's the Big Gay Italian Casino Adventure. It's an off-Broadway veteran actor and producer, Anthony Wilkinson, and he's bringing his comedy show to the Soundwaves Theater at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. Then coming up a little bit over at the Walt Whitman Bridge in Hamilton, April 13th, they're having a wine and beer expo. And then what else do we have here? Flavors of the Avenue. Have you ever been to Flavors of the Avenue? That's Passyunk Avenue in South Philadelphia, the heart of South Philadelphia. April 27th, they're having Flavors of the Avenue. If you are on Passyunk Avenue that day, stop in and see Angel at Favors and Flavors. It's the only ice cream store and chocolate store on Passyunk Avenue, and you will have the experience of a lifetime. Tell her Ciao Bella sent you. So anyway, there's a few more things here too, but I don't want to bore you with all of that exciting news, but there's a lot of different things that you can find in the ItalianAmericanHerald.com, April's archive issue, and then one last big thing, of course, Philadelphia Police Department. We want to give a shout out to the Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel. He and his crew from the Philadelphia Police Department did an outstanding job taking care of the city of Philadelphia, the Eagles, all the attendees on Broad Street, and at the Art Museum, with all the thousands. I don't know what the last count is. I know it had to be close to 1 million, if not 1 million. And what our Philadelphia Police Department did during that incredible celebration was amazing. So the police commissioner took out a thank you to his police department in our newspaper. We're proud to have the Philadelphia Police Department represented with us, and it's an exciting time in Philadelphia, Philadelphia's history. Now that we have the Super Bowl championship under our belt, we're working hopefully towards another. Then you have FIFA coming, which is the big World Cup soccer in 2026. And then you have the 250th anniversary celebration of the United States in 2026. And I believe there's a 250th anniversary coming up with the Navy. And there's a lot of exciting things happening around about that at the Chapel of the Four Chaplains at the Philadelphia Navy Yard. So hopefully we'll be bringing you more information about some of those exciting events. Anything we've talked about, you're welcome to drop me a line at Ciao Bella Living Italian Style at gmail.com. And now let's listen to a few minutes of the testimonials at the luncheon before we say goodbye.
Peg, where to start? I will be short but sweet, and I know how you would react to that comment. But it's been many, many years, my friend, and I don't know what took them so long. I love you, and keep doing what you're doing, spreading the good word. God bless for many more years of happiness. Peace and blessings to you.
I am so honored to be here today with Peg. She is a dynamo. She is a force to be reckoned with. And by the show of the people here today, it shows how she is loved and embraced. And it's just an honor to be with her. And I'm so proud to be part of today.
I am so thrilled to be able to welcome Peg DeGrassa to the ranks of the Athena community. I've been a member of Athena for a few years, and I am so honored to be considered a transformational leader in our community. And we know Peg's history and all that she's done here in the county, and we congratulate her today and welcome her into our ranks.
Peg, I was very honored when Dean asked me to come here today to honor you. You have been an inspiration to so many people, and I think this is a perfect award for you. Love you, because
Peggy, all that you do for the community, all that you do for the family, your kindness, your love, your sincerity. We just want you to know how proud we are of you and how much, you deserve this award. If we could give you a family award, you would get one just like this. Love you very much.
Hi Mom, congratulations on your big Athena award. We're all so proud of you. I'm very excited. Well deserving. You work so hard, and we are so excited to all be here to support you during this award. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Peg. You're the hardest working woman that I've ever met. You're the nicest, most humble person, and you're like a sister to me. Love it. Congratulations. You couldn't go to a better person.
I'm so happy to be here to celebrate Peg DeGrassa's award for the Athena Award. She does important communication work in the community, and everyone appreciates her work.
Congratulations, Peg. So happy to be here. It took us an hour to get from our table over here because every single person stops you and tells you how great our sister is. So congratulations. We're so proud of you, and thanks for having us here to celebrate.
Congratulations on your award. We're very, very proud of you. You deserve everything, and we hope you have had an excellent day.
Hi, Peg. I'm so happy.
Do it again? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Hi, Peg. Congratulations. I'm so happy to see you getting this award. You certainly deserve it. All the good you do for the community. You are such an inspiration and a credit to our family. Thank you.
Congratulations on your award. You certainly are deserving of it, and we love you.
My name's Ed Buffman. I'm a World War II combat veteran and served on the battleship Missouri. Peggy is just great. She has honored 80 veterans at the theater over the years. She has, anytime we've asked her to write a story or whatnot on a veteran, she's been there. So for all the veterans, we love Peggy. She's just wonderful. We couldn't do it without her. So thanks, Peggy.
Thanks, Peggy.
Congratulations, Peg. We're all proud of your accomplishments. Thank you very much. Polka Trotsky. We're proud to be your friends.
Peg, we are so excited for you. This is so well deserved. You have been a pillar in the community. I'm very proud to call you my friend.
Congratulations, Peg. Great to be here with you to celebrate.
It is an honor and a pleasure to know Peg. Peg has done so many wonderful things for our lovely community, and without her, I don't know where we would be. So, Peg, this goes out to you. Congratulations for all your hard work and uniting the community, especially for your tremendous work with the Delaware County Press Club. Thank you so much, and it is an honor to serve as the president this year. Thank you so much for being such a role model.
Hey, Peg, great event, superwoman. We're glad that you're with us, and we're going to celebrate with you. And I brought a special friend for you. Come on in, special friend. Remember this girl?
Hi, Peggy. I'm Marguerite too. You know that. Just you're Marguerite, and I'm your pizza buddy. Pizza moms.
I heard you had too much fun there at the pizza place.
We did.
We have a man beside us, so I picked up a man, Peg. I pick up a man.
I'm your mate.
Okay.
Right now.
Right now. All right, Peg. 1, 2, 3. Happy congratulations.
Congratulations, Peg. Well deserved.
Congratulations.
That was a fun luncheon. That was a great day. Everybody had a good time. The questions were super from the audience members. The company was great. And I want to thank everyone that participated in sending Peg a message of love and support. In the meantime, stay tuned for more adventures of Abruzzo with Italian Americans from the United States, Italians from Italy. Who knows what we're going to bring you in the next show? But if you have a suggestion, you could always drop me a line. In the meantime, until we meet again, ciao Bella.